Hello guys, and welcome to the PvP commentary. We are going to be talking about medium armor yet again. Is it OP? Is it going to be the new meta? I actually think with the changes in the Murkmire patch, we will see a lot of people opting for medium armor, especially in PvP this patch. Some big changes for medium armor that are really huge, I think, that are really going to help it. And I think it's honestly quite strong right now, so to see the buffs that it's kind of getting is going to be cool. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the big thing that medium armor is getting, it's weapon damage, essentially. They're getting a little bit of a bonus, up from 12% bonus on the 5-piece medium armor to 15% bonus in the Murkmire patch, so that's really sweet. And then the second big thing that medium armor is getting is that minor brutality is now 10% weapon damage. Now, light armor and heavy armor, well, magic builds, I guess, as well, they get the spell damage bonus up to 10% as well for minor spell damage buff. So they still get the bonus too. However, I think it's more beneficial for medium armor because medium armor benefits a lot from stacking really high weapon damage. So those are two kind of big things. So essentially that means that next patch, if we run the weapon damage poisons, we'll be able to push like, I don't know, 6k weapon damage on Ghost, and that's going to be pretty nuts because right now, this is the live patch that you guys are watching here, and we're 5.2k weapon damage fully buffed, so that's a huge spike in our weapon damage with roughly the same sustain as we're going to have right now. Now, I know I'm quoting some pretty big numbers. Now, those might not actually stick. We'll see what happens when this patch actually hits and what sets I end up using, but that's the equivalent of what I should be able to get on Ghost next patch, so it should be really cool to see. Yeah, we'll see. What do you guys think about these changes to medium armor? Do you think that it's going to be a bit much? Do you think it'll just overperform to a new degree now? It already has quite strong healing power. I think the big thing that we'll notice is the healing power of most medium armor builds will go up. Save maybe Templar because we are losing minor vitality, so their healing power will remain about the same. But yeah, interesting to see how that goes. Anyway, guys, we are in the middle of a tower fight here with Moontan. If you guys know who Moontan is, he has been playing ESO for a long time, and yeah, he plays some Nightblade. He plays it really well, and every now and then, me and Moontan run into each other, and we group up, and we hang out and have some fun. He's another ESO streamer, so we're always in each other's streams hanging out. So it's really nice when we get to have those kind of like random impromptu fights. And this was one of them right here where we just kind of randomly got into... we ran into each other and we got into a fight with all these AD. And this is quite a long fight, as you can see here. We kind of just talked a bit about the medium armor at the beginning of the fight, but we will commentate the rest now. So a big shout out to Moontan for doing this fight with me. And if you guys haven't checked him out, I recommend that you do. I will link his stream and his YouTube in the video description for you guys. But anyway, as you can see, we are taking a lot of pressure from the yellow here, and we decide that the best course of action here is to kind of pull off the resource and see if we can maybe split these guys up a little bit. And now we got to do some field work, and this is where the fighting, I think, gets more difficult and pretty interesting. So here we see one guy's kind of overextended a little bit. I go for the Javelin stun on him, go for the Dawnbreaker. He gets an Earthgore save from one of the healers, so he actually doesn't go down, but we get really close to bringing him down there. Really nice burst, turn and burst right there, and we almost caught him. And then we're just going to keep peeling away. Moontan, of course, on the Nightblade, he's going to have access to stealth, so he's going to turn and burn that guy in the back. Oh my gosh, look, he just nukes that guy down, and then we're going to help him finish this Sork off here. This Sork goes into his Resto ult, so we just give him a little bit of time, just pepper him down with some heavy attacks, put some poison injections in him, redo our buffs, and as soon as his CC immunity is down, his Resto ult is done, we stun him, and he goes down there. And we managed to actually split the group nicely there. So a nice little split, and we come back to the resource here to take it. And we're going to be just waiting for more yellows to show up. A couple guys trickle in one at a time. This guy here keeps running back by himself. Me and Moontan just kind of take him down. And we're waiting for the rest of the yellow to income here. So yeah, as you guys can see, medium armor's already pretty sweet. I think this patch, we're pretty fast, we're pretty strong, and we're not having huge issues at all, I think, staying alive or dealing damage to these guys. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see with the increased damage from medium armor how it kind of works out. It looks like damage is being favored big time next patch, so Yeah, it's fun for me because I like to play damage builds, so we'll see how it kind of goes. Anyway, as you can see here, these guys come back on the resource in force. There's a lot of them. Moontan splits off the side using that Nightblade stealth. He can do a little bit more open field fighting than I can on the Templar. And I just come into the tower here, and I managed to pull this Sork up here, up into the tower here. I just do a little bit of a retreat though here because I see that Moontan has kind of moved off to the side, and I don't want to get split up too bad, but at the same time I don't really want to lose the Zerg either. Just take a peek behind me, make sure they're still chasing, purging curses as we run away, making sure to use that very, very powerful Templar Purge. One of the best skills that Templar has, I think, for World PvP. And here we go. So we're going to have to make a pretty good, tight decision here. We run into the middle of the field and then split back to these rocks. And then what we're going to do is use the precognition and teleport back to the middle of the field and split back in the other direction. Now, this move here is just because we're a little bit faster than most things in the Zerg. They were very piled up, and we were able to just use that maneuver to split some distance between us and the piled players, get them to run the wrong way. And not only that, but when you do a move like that, you'll get players that will chase you harder than the other players, and it just allows you to split the group up a little bit more evenly. As you can see here, they are very, very spread out, and we're going to do the actual same maneuver that we just did here. We're going to run towards the rocks, teleport back in the other direction, and then we're going to head back towards Moontan here. He, of course, is on his Nightblade doing the same thing, and he managed to pick off a guy here with his split, which is super awesome, and with our split, we were able to keep the rest of the Zerg off of him, so he's able to capitalize on that kill, and then both me and him are able to quickly take down this Sork that appears there. This guy on his horse here, I'm not sure if he's going to engage or not, so I just come off the cliff, making sure to stay close to Moontan. This guy here unfortunately gets rezzed. We go for a javelin here, but he gets some healing there, and we're not going to make it with the meteor coming down, etc., so we got to be careful. So we're just going to run towards Moontan here and then use another precog. Really heavy precog use here when we're fighting open field on Ghost. Very, very useful with the speed, and when we can make those big movements, as you can see here, it not only allowed us to pull away from the group again, but it gives us the height of the hill, which is also really important for kind of outnumbered PvP, is to have the height so you have the option of jumping down instead of your opponents jumping down on you, and then you're kind of stuck with nowhere to go. So as you can see, we managed to pull back to these rocks here again. Just going to kind of peel down behind Moontan here, see what he's got for a tail. There's a guy that just poked me in the back there. But we run back around here. Two guys up top. Moontan nukes one right away. We just kind of set the combo on him, and Moontan brings him down. This guy here is very, very low HP. We bring him down as well with Moontan, and they just trickle in one at a time. And we actually managed to get some sweet, sweet revenge on the guys who tried to get us and Zerg us down. And that's it. The rest of the yellow ended up leaving, and we managed to clean up the fight. So big shout out to Moontan here. If you guys like that video, feel free to hit that like and or subscribe button if you haven't already. We play live on Twitch, so check out our Twitch channel. Link, of course, is in the description. Send your PvP clips and or build submissions to KristoferESO@hotmail.com if you guys want to submit some of your own content for the channel. And then finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast, a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to ESO. They are totally free to try. No card, nothing. And that's it, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.